The media product was initially started in the online blogging format of WordPress, where in a personal page I could upload individual entries showing my progress and present my work. This is an efficient way of submitting the work, as it can be transferred straight from the workstation to the blog. To continue with and complete my planning, I set the written work in applications such as Word and Excel, which is software I've been comfortable with and used for many years. But when sourcing the audience research, I found the online survey software, SurveyMonkey, the most effective tool. As I was trying to reach a target audience of teenagers, an online survey seemed the most efficient way of doing so, because this was the group that would be most likely to work online. After getting the results back, they were compiled through Excel, just for efficiency. But the best way to display them and analyse them was through the presentation application of Prezi. This is where it's possible to navigate through the results and analyse efficiently in a clear, new, technological format. To discover more about the type of production route I should follow, I completed secondary research source material online in the form of YouTube, which has a host of videos which show different shots necessary for my type of film, and also taught me about different camera angles and the genre I was filming. Following on from this, my focus group was filmed using equipment such as camcorders and a tripod, and eventually edited in Final Cut, because this made it easier to get automatic feedback that was needed. When creating my product, I started again by using Prezi to display my film treatment, making it more interesting to read rather than just a plain document. Before starting my ancillary products, I drafted in some flat plans in the Photoshop software to craft an initial product that I could use as a basis when creating my final product. As part of the production of these products, beforehand I took images for them using an SLR camera and additional LED lighting before uploading them to Photoshop. Part of the editing process for the images was to use the cut tool to crop out what sections I wanted, and then use the brush and Magic Wand tool to clean it up, as well as blending in and getting the colours balance correct. Adding in the typography, I sourced unique fonts online from websites such as thefont.com and then layered them on top of the product. The production of the final product began with going on location with equipment such as camcorders, tripods, LED lighting and also a shoulder tripod. The use of this equipment is so that some of the shots I could shoot static, establishing location shots necessary for the genre of this film, but also other parts of the trailers were shot using the handheld equipment, which gave a final outcome of the film looking real and something the audience can relate to and feel comfortable watching. Once captured, the shots were then transferred into the non-linear editing software Final Cut, where I used the blade tool to cut the shots down and create montage included in the trailer. Using this tool aided one of the difficulties of doing this task, as to create a trailer for a specific time, the shots needed to be kept relatively short. A way to help keep the action moving and keep a constant narrative, I used some of this tool to create crosscuts within the trailer. Some of the effects I discovered in this software were things such as bad TV and gamma rise, as well as being able to change the brightness and colour balance of the shots. This is so that the shots were kept dynamic and the blend between visually different throughout, which supports the narrative of the trailer and genre. Another software used was the music editing software of Logic Pro and GarageBand, which I used to edit the soundtrack and also add in sound effects, changing the sound balance, dropping it at times, and also mixing it so that it runs smoothly. One of the difficulties of doing so was the presence of the vocals on the soundtrack, which made it hard to edit, as well as needing to cut some of it out so the sound effects could take focus to highlight some of the narrative in the trailer. The sound then got layered into Final Cut with the visual, but another software finally used as part of this package was Motion, in which I created the typography effects for the captions in the trailer, using continuity effects such as Saturize, adding the edits in, and then layering and colouring to give the text more depth. To complete the product and consistently engage the audience, the products were uploaded and presented via WordPress and YouTube.